Hey there! Welcome with another English listening video. I'm really glad you joined us today. This is a place where we learn English together. This class is built especially for you. We move slowly, we keep everything easy, and we make sure it stays enjoyable. So, what are we doing today? Today, we are going to listen to a real, simple story about someone who works in a store. And by the end of this lesson, you will learn many words and phrases in clear and natural English. So, relax, open your ears, and let's begin this journey together. Let me tell you about my friend, Emily. Emily works as a sales associate at a local retail store. Listen closely to that sentence again. Emily works as a sales associate. That means her job is to help customers inside a store. This is a very common job, and you will hear this kind of English used in real life all the time. So, pay attention. The store where Emily works is about 2 miles from her home. It is located in the city. Picture this in your mind for a second. A busy city, cars moving, people walking, and somewhere in the middle of it, a store. Emily's home is not too far from it, just about 2 miles away. This is normal for many workers. They live close enough to reach their job easily. Try to imagine the distance yourself. 2 miles. Not too short, not too long. Just a normal, everyday distance to travel to work. Now let's talk about the store itself. It is 3 stories tall. That means the building has 3 floors, one on top of the other. And here is something interesting. It stands higher than the other buildings around it. If you were walking down that street, you would notice this store immediately. Try picturing it, a tall building, 3 floors, standing out from the smaller shops and houses around it. This detail helps us understand the size and importance of the store in that area. So, what does Emily actually do at work? Let's slow down and listen carefully. At work, Emily helps customers reach items on high shelves. Sometimes, products are placed too high for a customer to reach on their own. That is when Emily steps in. She also assists them in finding products they are looking for. This means if a customer cannot find something, Emily helps them locate it. These are 2 very important parts of her job: helping people reach things and helping people find things. Simple actions, but very useful in daily life. Now here is something important to understand. Customers can ask for Emily's help in 2 different ways. 2 ways. Remember that number. We are going to explain both of them clearly. This is very useful for you, because in real life, when you go shopping, you might need to ask for help too. So, listen closely, because understanding these 2 methods will help you feel more confident the next time you are in a store. Needing assistance from a worker like Emily. The first way is very simple. If Emily is nearby, customers can call out to her directly. That means if she is close by, walking through the store, a customer can simply speak up and say something like, "Excuse me, can you help me?" And Emily will hear them and come over. This is the most direct way to get help. Just speaking out loud to the worker who is close to you. It feels natural, right? You see someone, you ask them, and they respond. This is real everyday communication. But what happens if Emily is not nearby? What if she is on a different floor or far away in another part of the store? This is where the second method comes in. Customers can press a service button. This button notifies her, and it provides the location where help is needed. So instead of walking around searching for a worker, the customer just presses a button and it sends a signal, letting Emily know exactly where to go. This is a smart, modern way to ask for help, especially in a large store. Let's slow down and really understand this service button. When a customer presses it, two things happen. First, it notifies Emily, which means it sends her a message or a signal telling her someone needs help. Second, it provides the location, meaning it tells her exactly where that customer is standing. So Emily does not have to guess or search the whole store. She knows precisely where to go. This saves time for both the customer and the worker. Isn't that clever? Technology helping people communicate, even without speaking directly. So, after receiving the location, what does Emily do next? She goes to the customer. She does not wait around. She moves toward the location the button has shown her. And once she arrives, she assists them with what they need. This is the final step, the moment when help actually happens. The customer asked whether by calling out or pressing the button, and Emily responded by coming over and solving their problem. This is teamwork between a worker and a customer, working together smoothly. Now let's put the whole story together, from beginning to end, one more time, so it really sinks into your memory. Emily works as a sales associate at a local retail store, about 2 miles from her home in the city. The store is 3 stories tall, standing higher than the buildings around it. At work, Emily helps customers reach high shelves and helps them find products. Customers can call out to her directly if she is nearby or press a service button if she is not. Did you notice something as I repeated that story? Each time you hear it, it becomes clearer, doesn't it? This is exactly how listening practice works. The more you hear natural English, spoken at a normal pace, the more your brain starts to recognize the words, the rhythm, and the meaning, without needing to translate everything in your head. This is how real learners improve, not by memorizing grammar rules alone, but by listening again and again to real, natural sentences, just like the story of Emily and her job. Here is what I want you to do. Play this video again, and this time, try repeating each sentence out loud, right after you hear it. It is one of the most powerful ways to improve your speaking and listening at the same time. Do not worry about getting every word perfect. The more you practice this way, the more natural your English will start to feel in real conversations, just like Emily's story today. And if you know a friend who is also learning English, share this video with them too, because learning together always makes the journey easier. I will see you in the next lesson with a brand new story and more listening practice to help you grow stronger in English. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.